Well, Kati, for people who still do not have a pleasure to meet you, maybe to start, how come that you become a Kati Rook that you are now? So you had a vast experience from financial management to project management to leadership positions. So what was your career path until this moment for our talk?
Yeah, well, to start out with, I live in the Netherlands, and I'm turning 44 this year, and I have a Dutch husband and 2 cats. I have locked my study room so that the cats will not join us because they're otherwise very curious every time there's a camera about. Yeah, so living in the Netherlands, but by my nationality, I'm Finnish, all the way from the Arctic Circle. And I actually did my university degree in Scotland, in St Andrews, and that was international relations and Russian, a joint degree. And my plan was originally to head off for a career in diplomacy. And then during my studies, I just kind of began to think that, well, it's maybe not me, it's maybe more administrative than I would like to have as my life's career. And towards the end of my studies, there were a lot of companies coming to recruit from the university, and like BP and Shell and also IBM and so on. And then pretty much after my studies, a couple of months after, I was headhunted to go to work for IBM, and I ended up spending there 16 years. I went in thinking that, okay, well, let's see this first year, if it's nice, I like, but
give it a try,
you know. But I ended up constantly being challenged with new things and interesting things, and also getting education. I started in IBM 2000, and I was basically in customer fulfillment, where I also went quite quickly up to on a region level leadership role there. And then from customer fulfillment, this was in UK, I then moved to IBM Finland, where I moved to the finance area of IBM. And there as well was then promoted from financial analyst to become a CFO of a joint venture, which was a subsidiary in Finland. And from the finance world, I then hopped into management, then to my first management job, which was directly to an upline manager position as a second line, into service delivery and into project
from
services.
Today's perspective, I can tell you.
Sorry?
That's very interesting from today's perspective that you go straight to upline management. That's very normally you would go through the first levels of management and go up. Yes. But it's I guess the testimony of confidence that your managers had in you.
Oh yes, and because even when I was in finance as a CFO, I was also steering the CFO team for the Nordics. So I had already been displaying the leadership skills needed, even though I didn't have a manager tab or anything like that. And I did the IBM management training, which was actually combined with the Harvard University. I mean, I must say IBM has excellent management training. So I did that for 2 years. And then even when I became a manager, I continued with those studies to follow up and so on. And I moved to this first management position into project services. So basically to one account, massive account, where there were about 80 project managers and technical solution managers as well, as we managed solar solutions. So it's a whole group of project-based services that I was then in charge of for one client, and in a client-facing environment as well. And after that position, I was then, I clearly did a good job, because then they promoted me to take over the Nordic role for the same. And I actually created a unified and standardized Nordic project management services, where we had whole holistic view for the project management standards and education plans. I drove in agile and so on, the methodologies, and also all the processes that supported project work and so on. So to standardize that and also drive same tools for all the countries and accounts. So from that perspective, I have for the last 8 years with IBM, I was working with basically project managers as their upline manager. And I found it an exciting area because not only are the projects constantly delivering something new as well, and there's a lot of innovation and stuff going there, but it's a very vibrant surroundings, and a lot of intelligent people with lots of leadership skills. You
Absolutely.
from project managers, you need to expect, of course, certain level of leadership skills. Not that they need to be the managers of people, but those skills will help you to be the excellent PM. And I also was dealing with a lot of situations where I got escalations of projects. They were either in trouble, either with budget or with the scope or with the schedule, or sometimes I got complaints about project managers' behaviors. And we can talk about those examples as well during this evening. But so this is my background to project management, and of course I have been a sponsor myself for many projects, strategic projects, internal projects, but also driven those myself, a lot of projects and continuous improvement efforts myself, where I needed to be the PM on top of my actual management job. But that just, you have to be hands-on as well as a leader. So that's why I know what the work is in practice as well. Even though I don't have Prince certifications, no, but I have done the basics of PM training some years back, and I was happy I did it because it has helped me along all throughout my career.